That's done. Everybody does stories about the airplanes, but I'm going to do a story about my hangar. With the rising cost of everything, and nothing cheap about aviation, had the bright idea of taking a semi-trailer and make it to a hangar. Looked on the internet, nobody's done this. So this is a semi-trailer that I bought for a grand total of 150 bucks. Price so good I got two of them. Took the wheels off from under it, put it down on the ground, and did some imagineering. That's what I come up with. Got a 20-foot door in the back, and the whole side here lifts up. So this trailer is a 40-foot long by 8 foot wide by 8 foot high. I'm in the process of those bows in the ceiling aren't bonded, so I'm in the process of getting them up and getting them secured. I figured that's what they had for flex, but everything comes back to this drill stem. The drill stem was the most expensive part of the project. I've got about 6 sticks in here, about 30 bucks each for them. That's 2 7/8, and that's a post welded on top. And the idea behind this is this is carrying the load pretty effective. That's bolted on the end there. And then I got a span-wise 24-foot 2x2 welded and supported out there. And that old true 2x8 is carrying the load back to the drill stem, back to the floor. I got straps on it now, but that's going to get cabled. I'm going to weld a lug down at the bottom here and run the cable out like I did on the roof there. And these are on pivots. So the idea is if this ever needs to be packed up, you get some bolted, that gets propped up, and both these supports, that one will swing towards the back of the truck in. This one will swing towards the front of the truck in. Disconnect the cable on top, supporting the front and the back there, and that post lifts off there, so it won't be over height. And that'll all fit in here. Lift it up, put the wheels back under it, and go to a new location. But it was a quick job to get it done because I wanted to get the ultralight together. It was disassembled in storage. And what I had to do was I had to dig down the ground a little bit because the king post, I set that up for 9 foot. The other Quicksilver I flew 9 foot, you could get in there. Well, mine has to be 9 foot too. So I had to dig it down. Then the tail skid, to get up over that, the nose had to come down. So that's why that got excavated out. Long and short, it's an 8-foot trailer. 19 inches off the deck is 19 inches off the ground. I've got a Piper tri-pacer that'll fit in here too. The tail will come right across here and stick out the back. And I made this so like a 172 could be in here. And a 172 behind the landing gear up to the bottom of the fuselage is 2 feet, so that'll clear that and go out the back. This is 24 foot from front to back this way. The tri-pacer is 21 feet. And I think a 172 or 182 would hang out a little bit, so I made that so that could be plugged into and extended out a little bit more. Here's the chain and cable detail up on the roof there. Of course that goes front to back to the eye bolts on the drill stem. And that chain is welded so it doesn't work back and forth inside that riser. But that's some really stout stuff. That's the wall of that drill stem is incredibly stout. So I got that one done. This one's next. I got an idea. I'm going to roll the wheels out the back, let them come down on that front frame assembly, so they'll fold right up alongside the backside the trailer nicely. I'll put a scissor link on that, so if I ever need to move it, just put a winch on there and pull that scissor link down, and that'll roll the wheels back down. You can push the trailer back up underneath the wheels there. So yeah, with the rising cost of everything, dirt cheap hanger. I got some mobile home anchors back there too that I'm gonna anchor these down just for character. Like trimming out some scrub oak, and I decided to use these. Those are lag bolted in at the top, so I'm put the anchors down in the ground on each end down there to hold it down. If I'm in a nice lush area here of trees to block the wind from the south and west, and even from the north here a little bit, it's not bad. So I love these old airports like this for basically anything goes. It's a trailer. Didn't even need to permit it. Could all be packed up. You could put your airplane inside of it and take it with you. Anything to keep the cost down. I'm looking at the braces on that tail. Those bottom two look like they're bowed. That's not bowed. That's an optical illusion. It is sitting up against it a little bit. You know, keep the nose down, but it's not excessive. So we'll roll these back up and back there and put it back. But yeah, it's drill stem for structural abilities. Can't beat it. Just good stuff to have around. Cheaper and stronger than lumber. So there you have it. Cheap hanger. Keep the weather off the airplane. Right, guys?